Good morning, good morning, good morning. Did I ask how y'all was doing? How y'all doing? Um, it is Saturday. I don't know, they got Throwback Thursday. They got Taco Tuesday. I don't know what Saturday is. I'm just gonna say spiritual Saturday. We're gonna go down that road. You know what I mean? So, um, I like to thank everybody. I want to begin with a grateful spirit and just thank everybody who has been following me. Thank everybody who has been liking, who's been subscribing, who has been sharing, who has subscribed to my channel. Um, I get notifications. A lot of times I'm on the go or I am at work. I got to start making sure that I tap in and check the analytics of it because I do this. I do this just because I feel it's what I'm called to do. I do it because I know there are people out there that sometimes need to hear something positive. They need to have a little more guidance, and sometimes they just between life, between work, between children, between just the attention of the storm we're going through. We don't have time to dig and to search. So I have designated myself. Well, I have do nothing. I take the I out of it and put the Most High. I believe He's more or less designated me to be a median to do the research for y'all and then just throw it on the platform. You know what I'm talking about? So before I begin, it's gonna be a short message, y'all, because I gotta go to Wally World. I gotta go to Walmart and stock up on a couple things before I go jump back in this freezer. So um, I would like to first and foremost thank God for another time to come to you guys. Thanking Him for a peaceful night at work, a peaceful home setting, a peaceful mind, peace that only He can give. Me and my buddy were having a conversation at work. My coworker, best friend, graphic design man, David Williams. You guys check him out on Instagram. You guys want something on a shirt. You guys want something on a hat. You guys want anything drawn up, tatted up. It's called Just Graphics, Just Graph It, Las Vegas on Instagram. He is so hot. That man, boy is hot. Wait till the stuff you see that's coming up, y'all. So y'all gotta stay tuned. The only way y'all gonna see it is if y'all tap in. But with that being said, I also want to thank God for everything that He's doing for me, man. There's so many things that I used to try to control, and I used to try to be the author of my own life. And I used to try to be the author of my own life, but I realized that this was written before I was even thought of. God was already putting His fine print and His tuning on everything. So I can't be the author of my own life. You know what I mean? It's just I believe we have to come to that understanding once we choose to really open up to God. And it's not about being, like I say, I always say, it's not about being religious at all. It's not about having to go to church every Sunday. It's not about having to walk around with a pocket Bible in your back pocket. It's just about the faith. It's about believing that there is a higher power, that there is something, someone that is controlling this big universe, this big world. That moon, that star, that sun. So the peace that God has given me now, it surpasses every other peace that I ever thought I had. It's a piece of not worrying about where my money is going to come from. It's a piece about not worrying about you know um, confrontation. It's a piece of not worrying about disease and sickness. It's a piece that everything is going to work out. Why? Because I pray. I talk to the Most High, and when He calls, I answer the call. You know, I was just talking with someone, I believe maybe my uncle, regarding, um, well, my goodness, I lost train of thought. I got music upstairs. I spoke with someone regarding, I was on peace. I've never felt more at peace in my life, and it took to answer the call, then to make the move, Some people are in terrible situations, or around their surroundings are just not the surrounding you need to be in when you want to come in communion with God. Um, my head is itching. I just shaved my head. Um, I answered the call. I made the move. And then I went within. It is a process, and the sad part is some people won't even begin the process. They won't answer the call. Or they'll believe, but then they won't do the work. We all know the Bible says faith without works is dead. You can have all the faith in the world you want, but if you don't do your part, God ain't messing with you. Going within, and then the sacrifice. There has to be sacrifice. There has to be sacrifice. I could say it 10 times, and it is the most important part, I believe, in your walk with God, and your journey on life. It doesn't have to always be so much added to it. It is simple. We all are on earth. We all have work. We all have problems. We all have things we know we need to get rid of. We all have, dreams. We all have dreams. We all have things that we want to accomplish in this lifestyle, and to leave it to our children, to have our children more or less, grounded, rooted in with a firm foundation. But everything, it takes sacrifice. It takes sacrifice, and sometimes it's the smallest sacrifice that can open up the biggest door of opportunity. Um, the sacrifice I'm speaking of is every aspect of sacrifice. It is the physical, it is the spiritual, it is the mental sacrifice, it is the sacrifice of surroundings, it is the sacrifice of, it can be a sacrifice of cursing, it can be you'll know when God speaks to you, trust me, you will know. But you cannot be surrounded by so much confusion, conflict, because the Bible tells us that where there's chaos and confusion, it is not of God. It is the other person knocking and trying to stir stuff up to come to steal, kill, and destroy. So I would like to take the time to say, you guys, answer the call and make the sack and do the work. Because the peace is so much far greater than you can imagine, man. I mean it. Like, it's like everybody goes to dispensaries to get high, man. I go within. I go into my prayer closet. You know what I'm saying? To where I get that high, like, yeah, groovy, baby, yeah. So I mean, it's different strokes for different folks. Their everybody has their demons. There's not one person walking around here don't got a demon. You know, and they attack. But God does tells us, if you resist the devil, he will flee. Then you will go into this peace. So and be humble. I posted a card a little while ago, and I just want to elaborate a little bit on it, because it's good to have things broken down sometimes, because we all have a comprehension level that is just different. It's not that you're smaller. It's not that you're not mentally mature, or that you're not a person of wisdom or knowledge. No, it's just that, like the Bible, there's King James Version, there's New King James Version, there's new translation, there is easy read. There's so many different translations of the Bible that you have to find which one suits you. So that's where I come into play. Um, there are a lot of people that want to get close to God but don't know how to. There are a lot of people that want to pray but don't know how to pray. There's a lot out there. This is a humongous world. So me being California, African American, ex-felon, blah 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 blah. I believe he's using me exactly where I need. I'm exactly where I need to be right now. So but you have to be humbled. You have to drop the veil. You have to take off the glasses that society has actually put on us. To say that the blacks can't mix with the the Hispanics, or the middle class ain't got nothing to do with the lower class, or you get what I'm saying. You have to really, really step outside and go within and say, God, what do you want me to do? Okay, what is it going to take for me to do it? And then with that, once your works line up with your faith, then he can bring that peace into your life. That peace of not worrying about tomorrow, that peace of not worrying if you're going to get robbed, that peace of worrying about money. I see too many people now, especially on Facebook. They're doing whatever for money now. Whatever. I don't care. They're stealing, they're scamming, they're scheming, they're robbing, they're selling pictures, they're selling new videos, they're busting it open, like however you choose it. Like I said, it's a translation, so please don't feel disrespected because any different strokes for different folks. I mean, everybody has their way, and I'm not here to judge anybody because I'm not in a position to judge anybody. So be humble enough to drop your pride, humble enough to be transparent, humble enough to be basically dissected open and allow everybody to see you, everybody to see what you're about, what you're made up of, where you're going. Just cut it open and let it show, because God is like, okay, now that it's shown, now I can start building this. I can make this stronger. I can enhance that. I can take that away. I can shower you with this. I can stitch you back up, repair you to where you don't have even a scar on you anymore. People won't even know that you were hurt the way you were. People won't even know that you've been through what you've been through. Do you know how many times, I'm not gonna lie, and y'all know me, I'm not trying to but then again, I am trying to, because I know what I've been through. But there are so many people who approach me, and when I give them my story, and I only give them about 60%, they're like, oh my God, you went through all of that? Damn. And I'll be sitting there like, that ain't even half. Or you might be at the halfway mark. I can sit here and really, really lace y'all on some things, man. But one thing is, there's so much pride where if you try to teach someone, they think you're looking down on them. If you try to advise somebody, it becomes confrontation because it conflicts with what they have been programmed to believe. Um, when you try to help, oh, I don't need no help from nobody. It goes from resistance to pride to ignorance. I'm just trying to help. You can kiss my ass. I don't have to sit here and, you know what I'm saying, be, trying to help. I'm do this because the man upstairs tells me to do it. Now you can, and Jesus says it the best way. I reflect a lot on confirmation. I reflect a lot on the Bible because there's so much game in there. I know there's rappers now. I love the rappers that speak of God. Through all they raps, they always slip it in because they let it be known. I ain't one of them. I ain't one of them. I ain't from that side, man. This is where I'm at. Just because I got money, don't mean that I'm with that dark funny. You know what I'm talking about? So I love rappers that be going hard in the paint and they be like, man, I think the creator, or they're gonna slip it in, compared to a rapper that's just going hard on money, going hard on sex, going hard on drugs, and then get off the track. Like, bro, what you on? Your beat was tight, but you got me kind of scared now. Like, so we have to be humble. I know the importance of being humble because not being humble can cheat you out of so much stuff. It really can. It can cheat you. And be loving. And this is the most, I'm going to redo some of the messages. I'm going to redo because I was more in my adolescent way of giving a message. So you're going to see the growth in the videos, the growth in the messages, the growth in the prayers, because I had to jump out there. I had to really jump out, and I had to jump out with what I had. And now I am starting to perfect progress. Perfection is the end goal for everything we do in life. You want to look back and look at your life and say, man, I did that. You know what I'm saying? When you laying on your deathbed, or when you upstairs, you know what I'm saying, with the upper room, when you up there, you want to look down and be like, yeah, you know what? I came out the slums, man, and made something. And it's not about money. Everybody, it's so much about money, 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 money. Money ain't shit. Let me tell you. And I say that from a man. Y'all see what I do for work. My job is really hard. I'm not gonna lie, because the job is easy, but the environment, the climate can take a toll on your body. There's certain people that have been there for years and they be having them limping. So now I gotta like tap my legs, warm up, and then I'm off and going. You know what I'm saying? But too many people focus on the money, and now I know why so many people do so many dark, devious, deceitful, backstabbing, ugly, just unnatural shit for money, because Jesus said money is the root of all evil. The root of all evil. And now when you start to, I guess the peace that I have now is because of the life I live now. I see and I can reflect on the Bible because I'm living certain areas of the Bible. I'm like, oh man, I know what God meant when he said that. Oh, I know what he meant when he said that. Do you know how peaceful that is, to where you can sit there and be like, damn, okay. If he said that about this and I'm doing like that, then I got to do this like this because that's what he said to do. You know what I'm saying? It's progress. It's not perfection. It's not all about money, but I believe money takes the love out of everything. I've been doing calls, you guys, I'm not going to lie, just to fill y'all in. I've been doing calls with people regarding motivational speaking, regarding life coaching. If anybody, I always offer to you guys, if anybody needs somebody to talk to, if anybody needs a little bit of advice, if anybody needs a shoulder to cry on, if anybody needs just someone to talk to, sometimes the smallest thing have the biggest impact on people's lives. Anybody, tap in with me. I mean that. I don't, and it ain't gotta be, I've told people to tap in. When I told, prime example, I've told certain females, y'all can tap in, and then they think, oh, well, what you want to do then? And well, man, look, you told me you need some, you need some. I didn't say I want to. No, I know what I'm waiting on right now. I know it's coming to me. So, but when I say that, this is to men, to women, from black, white, Hispanic. Yo hablo español también, La mano de mi niño es de Sinaloa, so habla español, aprender. It's a whole other side of me. Let me not. I'm a little black paisa. But I just want to know there's no gender, there's no nationality, there's no financial bracket you have to be to come to somebody humbly, gently, and patiently, but lovingly, and ask for some advice. We're all in different stages, you guys. Everybody, we're all in different stages of our evolution. I believe in evolution. I believe that it is a necessity in order for you to become more the way you were intended to be. The Bible tells us in Genesis, we were meant to be gods. God said, I made you in my image. So what does that tell you? We are creators. We are gods. We can build, we can destroy. We have the power within us to be a God here on earth. You just got to tap into the Alpha, the Omega, to the Almighty, to the Most High, and He will do that surgery I told you about. It's a spiritual surgery where you get slit open. Okay, we don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this. And you have to come humbly, because you have to be who's going to get up under a knife, let them cut him open, just, you know what I'm saying? And ain't got nothing wrong with him physically. It's not physical. It is spiritual. It is spiritual growth. This is a spiritual vessel that we walk around. This is an avatar. You ever seen that movie Avatar? That's exactly what this is. It's an avatar for spirit to come into. That's why you have that conflict sometimes, because you got a good spirit like, no, get up out of here. And you got the bad, you got them, them demonic ass way to where they're like, no, we want you, do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you got a spiritual warfare going on. The Bible tells us this is not a spirit of flesh this is not a battle of flesh and blood. This is of spirit. This is a war. This is a war between the devil trying to tempt us and steal, kill, and destroy everything that God has blessed us and promised us if we just come to him. So, in all things be loving. Be loving. I believe that I have won. I know, I'm not going to say I believe. I know that I have won certain battles by just love. By just love. Love for people, love for myself. Enough love to where I won't allow anybody to extract extra amounts of love from me. One thing that I stand on now, when I say it, they always, the new slang is stand on business. They ain't standing on shit, but a couple blunts and some excuse my language, y'all, but because I don't want to refer to our generation, but this is why it starts with us. It starts with us because we got kids that's going to be in this world. They the next teachers, the next, firefighter, the next judges, the next, everybody's scamming these days. I ain't never heard nobody say I want to grow up to be a scammer. Yeah, but think about it, people. I be knowing people that be talking about, man, I scam this, that out of woo, woo, woo. Nigga, you don't get no credit for that, man. What you think God gonna do to you, nigga? You gonna knock it off? You know what I'm saying? Like, but love is, and this, I'm gonna do a message on love, and I invite all of you guys to Bubba's and Bibles, or on my live platforms. I love doing lives because I feel like I can just let loose. I feel like I'm kind of like designated a time on YouTube. YouTube is the archives, y'all. YouTube is when you go back. If you missed this right here, you go to YouTube, because more than likely I'll drop it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? TikTok, advertise, y'all. TikTok is, I'm trying to let y'all know that what I'm doing. But when you want to hear some heat, y'all want to interact, y'all want to ask, y'all want to throw comments. I'm also Bubba Break. Let me set that to the side. Please don't let me forget. If any of you guys need prayer, I would be more than willing. It'd be my pleasure to pray for you. If any of you need individually prayers, I know someone, a friend of mine was just in a car accident. I'm going to do a prayer just for her only right here so you guys can join in. She was in a car accident. She lost control of her vehicle, and she's on her way to recovery. So I am most definitely going to get around to that. But if any of you need prayer in certain parts of your life, but not that I'm not perfect, y'all. I still fight. I feel like I done beat up most of my demons, though. They don't get no love coming this way. Like, literally, you can't tempt me with nothing. You can't tempt me with drugs. You can't tempt me with lies. You can't tempt me to steal. You can't tempt me with none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, get up out of here with that, man. Matter of fact, run, nigga, before I beat you down. Because God says that we have power, that we have dominion over our demons. We just have to take it. The Bible says, resist the devil and he will flee. So I don't get tempted no more. If I do something, it's out of sound mind, and with this is a decision I'm making. I'm not being tempted. I'm not being led astray. I'm not being illusioned. I don't have no witchcraft on me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nobody trying to hex me. I'm doing this for me. And this is what I enjoy doing, y'all. So if you guys, I offer my service to anyone, whether you be TikTok, whether you be on Instagram, whether it be my YouTube followers, whether it be Facebook. If any of you need individual, because I pray as a collective, I pray for everybody. But if any of you need a little more, you feel, you could be struggling with something. You can have someone injured. You got someone in the hospital. You got someone dying. You can have, and God forbid that, you know what I'm saying? Because I was just talking with one of my coworkers last night, and her son got in an accident, and he passed away. And the accident was so tough, but the other two people, they're in the hospital fighting for their lives. And me, I'm so emotional. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, I start tearing up. Everybody looking at me like that. I'm like, man, that's sad. I got a son. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait, I got a baby, and he be out there. He travels. He works. He's grown. He has a life. And man, if any of that, I wouldn't know what to do. I got a mama. We have loved ones. This is why it is essential to do everything out of love, to think of things from a loving matter. There's a lot. Don't get me wrong, and I know it. There's gonna be a lot of hard-headed ass motherfuckers out there. And yes, I do curse on mine. Don't sit there and judge. You can do whatever you want to do. I have to be me in order to relay my message effectively and efficiently. I have to get it out the way. And there's going to be a lot of hard-headed people that's going to be for rude awakening this year because they don't take heed. They do not take heed to the warnings that God gives. They do not take heed to some of the wisdom that people so generously and freely offer. They're so focused on money, the now, the drinking, the partying, money, the now, the drinking, the partying, the flossing, the floss. You can't take your bankroll with you to heaven or hell. You can't ride Forgiatos down into your grave. You can't sit there and smoke a blunt after you've died. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot take Bitcoin with you when you go. I'm not saying that you don't need to live prosperous. I'm saying you need to refocus on what's more important in life. Love is the biggest possession you can have because you can share it. It protects. It nurtures. It does so much. It heals. You get what I mean? I always tell people, man, I have this image. People be like, oh man, they be trying to make out like I'm some big old, some like bully. Like, no, never. I hated bullies. I knock a bully out. I don't care. If I get knocked out, okay, I'm coming back. I don't give a damn. I can't stand a bully because it means you're weak inside, but you use your power, you use your money, you use your whatever it is that you have. You're using it for the wrong. You're using it with wrong intention, and you're basically trying to flex on your brother. Whether you be black, Mexican, white, whatever it may be. Excuse the noise in the back. She's pissing me off, but that's Satan. I don't care. I gotta call it how I see it. Satan will use any and everything to distract people from from getting what they need to get. God has a way of hushing that up. God has a way of getting through no matter what. That's why if it ends up being to where you can't hear me and serve, trust me, you've already got it already. You're not stopping nothing. So, we say, get behind us. We're ahead of you, man. You know what I mean? So I want to run this quick little message down. I was just in a mission. I had a bubble break and I lost track because I went a little too far. But loving, be loving. And I'm getting this because I posted a card. I just kind of like want to emphasize. It's just out of Ephesians 4:2. It just says, be patient, be gentle, be humble, be loving. Simple. It's crazy because God kept it simple. Humans, people, they really, really complicated what God left simple. You know what I'm saying? He left it real simple. And my next message, I'm going to just give y'all a little sneak preview. The biggest commandment I would like to know, and if you guys want to comment, you guys can, because it'll give me a little more. If you guys want to throw your opinion on it, on this one here, on this video, on this live, I would like to ask everybody, what is the biggest commandment in the Bible? In the 10 Commandments, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to go set that up because whatever. No, we don't. We're gonna be loving. We're gonna be gentle. We're gonna be humble, right? We're gonna get this done. We're not gonna pay no attention to that, y'all, because that's just a kid in there. But the 10 Commandments to you, you only get one. What is the biggest commandment to you guys out of the 10 Commandments, and why? I would love some feedback, y'all. Y'all gotta get with me on this. If y'all don't, I'm about to start head hunting. I'm just playing. I'm just joking. That wouldn't be loving at all, huh? But I do really. My auntie just chimed in confirmation. I really can use y'all feedback on certain because it gives me fuel. It gives me direction on where I need to go when I do come on. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, if you guys go back into my old archives, the videos, the messages, they have improved in a great way. I even catch myself sometime with the words that I'm using because I pray for wisdom every day. I pray for knowledge. I pray for guidance. I pray for to be humble. I pray for all four of those things on that on the card: patience, gentle, to be humble, and to be loving. Me myself, I'm just going to give you guys my opinion because I asked that everybody who is my friend, everybody who views this, because if you don't view it, then you don't know. But I would like this one interaction to really, it's important to me that you guys comment on this. You guys really give me the biggest commandment, the most important commandment to you in the Bible, and I need to know why. I'm gonna read every one before I do um, the message, because I'm gonna do a message based just off of the responses I get. So we're gonna make this a little more fun. We're gonna spice up Bubbas and Bibles. If you guys haven't subscribed, if you guys ever hear me Bubba, I am Bubba. If you don't know, now you know I am Bubba. You know what I'm saying? Because I had somebody, I was at work the other day, and they always call me by my last name. Everybody's it's like they call you by your last name at work because it's easier to identify. If you got three Chris's, then Chris, all three of us gonna look. You know what I'm saying? So they always call you like in the military. They call you by your last. Patience. Okay, so I was sitting there and I'm gonna let y'all know something. I'm gonna fill y'all in on something really quick, and then I'm gonna get to the message because I gotta take a shower. I really don't have nowhere to go. I love going to Walmart. Y'all don't be trying to clown me either. I know people do Target, aka Target. But Walmart is like they got the food spot in there. I can go shopping. I can go play with some electronics, especially since I gotta go to work. But I always find a peace in shopping. I don't know why. And I don't even gotta buy much. Like I can have a basket full of shit. It only costs me like $60. But I gotta go to Walmart and grab a couple things. But okay. Um Damn, I lost train of thought between that. Oh, Walmart. I gotta go to Walmart. But to me, I'm gonna give that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna give you guys. Y'all forgive me. It's been pointed out to me. There are a few times where I'm in my message and I'm going, and sometimes I call them downloads in the spiritual realm, so to speak. They call them downloads where you get information, like it just comes to you. I'm not gonna lie. You get topics, you get insight on certain. You ever prayed on something and then like you be like, damn, I guess God didn't hear my prayer. And then maybe weeks later or days later, you'd be like, something will come to you in the weirdest way. You can be from a person, through something you see on a billboard. You can be at the gas station, a commercial on TV, and it'll be the answer to what you was looking for. You're like, damn, okay, my neighbor's just banging. No, so that's God saying, man, I got you. Just listen. You gotta listen. You gotta pay attention. You have to be vigilant. Pray for vigilance as well. To be, if you know what vigilance is to be watchful. To be watchful in the Bible, he brought it out a lot. Be the watcher. Be watchful. Be watchful. You have to watch to see because you never know what God is going to reveal to you. You never know what He may be putting in place in your life if you're too busy chasing money, or you're too busy chasing honey, or you're too busy, arguing with the person that you should have left months ago, if you're too busy, with these, having to watch these fake friends, you know what I'm saying? If you're too busy having to, see who these scammers are, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're too busy, you might miss it. You may miss what you ask God, because God has so many different ways. This is what makes him so amazing to me, is that he can speak to you in everything you do. I have gone from seeing synchronicity. You ever had 0000 follow you? 1111 5555. Look them up. Your answer's right there. You ever thought about doing something and getting pushed to do it, but then I'm just gonna go to work. But then you see a commercial about doing what you really want to do. That's God. God is telling you, do it. I will back you on that. Just do it. There's so many more examples I can give, but if you are watchful, and it's not like you got to be really like, what? Oh, I might miss something. No, it's just like you have to be at peace. You have to really, really do that spiritual surgery, like I was telling y'all. Allow God to say, hey, we got to take this out, this out, this out, this out. I'm going to tighten that up. That's cool right there, and really, really let him do the sacrifice. Go ahead, do this, man. Take this away. Strengthen this. Make this more. Remove that. You know what I'm saying? It's a spiritual surgery. And then once he shows you back up and rubs that scar away, you know what I'm saying? It'll be like you never had the scar to begin with. He'll make it to where you don't look like what you've been through. And oh my goodness, I just had another one. I'm sorry, y'all. But he'll and then you'll be able to be at peace mentally, spiritually. You know what I'm saying? And it's a peace that when you get it, you'll know. It's not that peace like, oh, I got the house to myself. Or, oh man, I got a job, I got my bills paid. It's a peace that you don't worry about nothing. You don't worry about if you're running short on money, because God is going to bless me with them. I'm not worried about it. I'm going to pray on it. And he's never late. His timing can be prolonged, but he's going to make sure we have what we need in time of need. He says in the Bible, when they were worried about, you notice Jesus did, and I don't put a face on it. That name is just the name, the Son, the Father. I don't do religion. I make that loud and clear, you guys. I hope you guys don't get offended. I use Jesus because this is what works for me. Now, as far as how he looks with the hair and this and that, I don't know, because I wasn't there. As far as whether it's this name or that name or that name or the Virgin Mary, I don't know. I just know what works for me. I am not domesticated. I am not going to be put in a box. I am not going to follow the leader. I am going to go with what God put in me. And I urge all of y'all to do it. I have somebody, oh, I got to go to church. I don't have to go to church. I got a Bible right here. I got a book right here. I got cards right here. I got the Spirit in me. God goes with me everywhere I go. So that's just me. I don't want to offend anybody. You know what I mean? But it starts within. If you need answers, you don't got to go worship over here. If you need answers, you don't have to. All you need to do is create and establish a firm relationship with God, your God of your understanding. Don't get it twisted. Don't let nobody ever play with this, because he tells you this is the battle. This is where it's fought. The spirit is the war. The spiritual realm. This physical, this shit ain't nothing. This is what distracts us, this flesh. You know what I'm saying? We want to clothe it and cape it. Like, we won't keep it. We want millions and we want thousands of dollars. We want, we want big cars. Don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with having the desires of your heart, because God promises that as well. But every firm foundation is built on understanding of how God works and what he promises. So, um, be vigilant. Be vigilant. Pray for what you really want. If you don't understand something, pray for it. I pray, give it or not, I don't know. I'd invite you guys to go back into my first videos in the YouTube channel where I was with my backpack on the bus stop. And I just knew I had to jump out. I knew God was telling me jump out. And I was scared at first because I have what's called, I had, past tense, I had this fear of, how can I say it? I worried about what everybody thought. Simple. Keep it 100. I worry too much about what other motherfuckers think compared to what was actually good for me. I cared about them old friends trying to hold on to them, and I knew damn well they was scamming and was doing dark ass dumb shit. And I do cuss, forgive me. I know I can mix them both, but this is how God has saw fit for me to relay, and I have to relay it. It's emphasis, it's not adjectives or nouns. I don't call nobody out there. So it's just emphasizing, and amplifying, my way of translation, So yes, I have that intelligence about me, but I most definitely worry too much about what other people wanted from me. How they viewed me, how they be, you know what I'm saying? How they, I wanted them. I felt like I needed them in my life. Oh man, it's good to have friends, man. If I love them, I've learned a whole, I've grown so much, you guys. I invite y'all to do it. That's all I can only, Jesus said it's it's an old saying. Let's, not that I'm putting you on the back burner, Lord, but you ever heard the term, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink? True saying. It's in the Bible. Everything that we're doing has been done before. The Bible tells you that some will read. Jesus said it. Go out. He was sending his prophets and his apostles. He was sending all of them out. He said some will reject it and some will accept it. And if they reject it, you shake your feet at the door and get ghost. Go on. We got other people to tend to. We don't have time to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, in a roundabout way, Jesus and God was not, they weren't playing about his work. They wasn't playing. Like, Jesus tell you, you fool, you don't know, what are you talking about? My God is, he was pressing people. God was really, Jesus was really pressing people in the flesh, going hard in the paint. He was humble. He was loving, but he was serious about what he did. As far as reaching out there, he'll tell you fast, fool, you ain't got no faith. And I've been standing right here and y'all ain't listening. You have not seen all that I've done and you still want to doubt me. I stand on this now because I see, every time I look in the mirror, I see it myself. I see what Jesus was talking about, the transformation, the blessings, the peace. He says, I leave to you peace, not of the world, but my peace. God is, he's bringing back his word in 2024 and y'all and it's a train. Everybody, either you're going to jump on or you're going to miss it. That's my feeling. That's my opinion. I'm not saying that this is a train that's actually running. Everybody gonna be able to get a ticket. No, I'm not. It's a spiritual train, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's a train that those who want more spiritually, mentally, and then physically, you're gonna get it because you go in it with the right intent. You go in it. The Bible tells you seek. And seek and you will find me. Knock and the door will be open. Ask and you shall receive. He says ask last, if I believe. Ask, A-S-K, not ask, y'all. A-S-K, ask and ye shall receive. You know what I'm saying? Like he's letting you know in those 3 months, like, look, come to me. Let me work on you a little bit. Let me get your head and your heart right. And then you ask me for what you want. And I got you. You know what I'm saying? So this spiritual train is only for those who really want it. It's going to be some people. It's people that chime in on my videos. They watch them, but they won't comment. They won't like it. They don't want you to know that they're interested in what God is really doing. They don't want you to know. I applaud and I thank and I love each and every one of y'all who press that like button or who post a comment, because you guys are showing interest. You guys are showing not just me, but what I am promoting. And not that I'm trying to get rich off of this, because I just told y'all money means nothing to me. I don't worry about money. I was homeless less than a year ago, without a job, going, scraping and scrounging and this and that. Homeless when I had people that were supposed to have loved me. They went home to their bed and had extra rooms in their house and left me in the street. You know what I'm saying? So now I am thankful for everything to the 10th power, you know. But most importantly, not the money aspect, because he says I'm going to get that if I ask for it. I'm talking about the peace that I have. That peace is not gained by nobody. You can't get that peace. I don't give a damn if you had to. You ever seen a rich person that's still miserable, that's on drugs? Think about it. Think about all the rich people who overdosed, who died, they were not spiritually fulfilled. They were not. They did not. They had a void. They had a hole in them. They had everything else but God in their life. Real talk. I mean, think about it. I mean, you don't have to take my opinion on it. You should. You better. I'm just playing. but think about it though. If you have everything physically, financially, and you still are suicidal, you haven't obtained what you really need to obtain. You're not satisfied because God has formed us this way. The only way to live at your complete and full potential is to have God in your life. If not, you work, you living to pay bills. You living to okay, college, put your kids in college. Okay, for sure, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you got 401k. You take the money away. What you got? Okay, you have education. Oh yeah, okay, you're smart. Okay, you went to school, but all that basically tell you only reason they promote education is to get more money. They take away the spiritual meat, the spiritual um 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 they take away the spiritual treasure. You get what I'm saying? Because basically, I mean, that's a blessing. Thank you, Jesus, that I've never thought of it that way. You see what I mean? But you get downloads when you just have that peace. Like I've never thought of it like, damn, people chase money, whatever. Whoop. Okay, when you take the money away, okay, we go to education, but the education is just formed just to get money. You know what I'm saying? It really, really, it fucks me up, because it's a true saying when they say the best things in life are free. It's free. It's free. Love is the most powerful energy in the world. God tells you, God, I am love. Do everything out of love. My opinion, I was telling you, because I want y'all to tap in with me. On y'all can just post it on my timeline, whatever. I'm gonna post it. And I want y'all to please comment, respond on what's the most important um, commandment. What are the commandments for? Y'all can go on. I just want y'all to do a little breakdown of your vision of the 10 commandments. I'm gonna give y'all mine right now. Y'all don't be trying to copy me neither. So I've come to the conclusion: love is the most important thing in life. Every last one of the 10 commandments are based off love. They're not stated or worded. It says, love thy neighbor, love thy father, love thy God with all thy heart. Do not steal, do not kill. But when you get into the ones that don't speak of love, they're all related to love, because if you love somebody, you're not going to steal from them. You love somebody, you're not going to kill them. You love somebody, you're not going to lie to them. If you love somebody, you're not going to want what they want. You're going to go to them and ask them to teach you how to obtain what they have. I know y'all picking up what I'm putting down, so I ain't going to ask. But the world is based around love. We're put here to love each other. And in loving each other, we grow. Every day we grow. Because what we're going to do, we're going to iron sharpens iron. We get each other ready for this spiritual battle. This is the devil's playground. He was cast down here. And God left him like, okay, let's see. Go on, try to tempt him. Don't put your hands on him, but tempt him. We're gonna see some gonna break, and that's what gave us the gift of free will. Free will. We can choose. We have a choice. That is the biggest thing God gave us. We have a choice to do what's right, or we have a choice to do what's wrong. We have a choice to go play with the dark or bathe in the light. You know what I'm saying? I like bathing because when bathing in the light, I get that peace. Everything about me is in the light. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to. The darkest made to. Think about most of the darkest shit happens in the darkest of the day. Night, 3 a.m., 2 a.m., 1 a.m. When people car gets broken, you wake up the next morning. Damn. You know what I'm saying? It always happens in the dark. People do shit when they go to the house and they shut the door and draw the, you know what I'm saying? They do that weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Nighttime. It's dark, but the Bible tells you that the dark and the light don't mix. And this is where I talk about that sacrifice. I've had to cut people out of my life because I wanted to bathe in this light. I wanted to be in this light. I want to stay in it. I don't want to be fighting, going back and forth. The Bible tells us, be hot or cold, do not be lukewarm. That's basically the breakdown right there. God says you are for me or you're against me. He does not leave no gray mark to where you can 1 foot over here, 1 foot over there, where, oh, I can get away with this, but I love my God. But I can do this, that. Oh, yeah, but I went to church on Sunday. Well, nigga, he don't say nothing about that. What is you talking about, bruh? He say you hot or cold. I'm hot. I'm on fire for the Lord. I don't give a damn. I'm over here with it. I'm not going back over there. And if you're, and this is the most important thing I think of my message, you guys. It's all important. It's all essential. But this is the most important of the advice I can give right now, 2024, July. I said July. Oh, damn. February, what is it? 18th, 19th, something like that. If you have people around you, friends, family, significant others, associates, co-workers, and you know they partake in dark shit, or they tend to go back and forth, hot then cold, or they try to play the median to where, I can get away with a little bit of this, and then I can, they play both sides of the fence. If you're gonna take this train I was talking about, you're gonna have to leave their ass at the train station, because their energy will attach to you. Their karma will follow you because you are partaking. You are accepting what they do. I believe the biggest and the hardest part about walking in spirit, walking with the Most High, is the sacrifices. It is the most hardest thing. I know that it is, because people don't want to give up their bling. People don't want to give up that one they've been with for 10 years, even though it's been a roller coaster. But they still over here doing this and doing that, and ain't really trying to hear nothing spiritual. They are rejecting to the fullest in a cool way. The hardest part is the sacrifices you must make. Because if you pray that God will remove something toxic, something that is not in, I forget, I always be trying to use this word, inducive. Let's just say productive, whatever. Essential. If they are not, if they ain't a part of the solution, they're part of the problem. I could say it multiple ways, but I'm gonna just break that down to that right there. If they're not with you, then they're against you. If they're not rocking with God, then they're rocking with the devil. And it doesn't have to be taken so directly, but it means that they're not ready to receive that peace that you want to receive. So you can't allow their chaos and their mockery and their fuckery and their drama and their sins and their scams and their what they call it, their just whatever, their dark dealings. You know what I'm saying? They rah. You know, I can keep on going, man. I got all of it in me. They're, you know, problemas. You know what I'm saying? Like all that. Then you got to cut them loose. It's hard. You have to cut. Some of them can be right there next to you. You don't believe me? Try it. Pray for a week straight, but really, really mean it. God, please take away anybody that is not here, and they're not going, and they're not rooting, and they're not supporting my higher purpose. They're not in this. They're not in this for my well-being. Ask him to remove them. Then the real shit starts. You may start arguing with somebody real close to you. Your son may stop talking to you. Your wife may get caught cheating. Your husband might start doing drugs. That is the sign that it's time they gotta go. And God is not gonna force your hand. He gives us the power of free will. You have to be vigilant, communicate with them, watch for it, and then it's time to sacrifice. And then you jump on this train and go to peace. Everybody can't go with you. It's sad to say, but some people don't want more. Some people don't want that abundance that God talks about in the Bible, that freedom. They don't want that love. They don't want that power. You ever just felt, you ever woke up some days and felt like you're in control of everything, and then it's gone the next day? Because that's a glimpse. God is saying, keep coming to me, man. I'll give you this. I got that. I got you, man. I'll give you. You need more power? Ask for it and watch me do my thing. Don't be trying to rush me, because I'm no almighty now. You know what I'm saying? I made you. I know exactly how to orchestrate everything around you to come in alignment with what it is that you really, really want. But you got to give me some time, because you got to realize I'm everywhere, and I could snap my finger and have you where you need to be. But what's the fun in that? It builds no character. The book of Ephesians tells you, no, the book of James, I believe it is, he tells you to be joyful in times of trials and tribulations, because it brings perseverance, because it brings diligence, because it brings, and in persevering, it brings character, and in character it brings faith, because now you know what you done seen in the mirror that done transformed, and you have the faith to where it's like, man, God really does his shit. I'm just saying though, y'all. Why you think I am the way I am? I'm not cocky in me. I am confident what God has done in my life. I told y'all a chunk of my story, and coming up soon, you will get a full, complete story of my life. I leave out a lot. I include so much, but I leave out a lot. Everybody has a story. Everybody should share their story in different ways, of course. Some do it in art. Some do it in poetry. I listen to this girl. She's a poet. You can tell she'd been broken, but she was in love, and it was just, whew. But don't miss your train. I had another message that I was gonna give, but I think this was served its purpose. Don't miss your train, you guys, for somebody else. Don't give a damn about what anybody thinks. I just heard a message last night. I listened to a lot. This is how I became. This is how God used YouTube in the most intricate way. In a intricate, I don't know if that's the right word for that, but I'm just gonna say, in the most odd way, profound, if you so to speak. I watch spiritual videos on YouTube. I pray like no other. I'm pretty sure some people pray, but when I say I pray that I be brought to zero, to where God can be everything in my life. Even doing these messages, this is how I was able to, this message is based off a card. I have a message that is written down already. I prepared it yesterday, but this is how God works. I said, God, bring me to zero that I may be nothing and you may be everything. And when I felt him yanking on me, tell your story, I ignored it. And I felt him yanking on me and I was like, I'm scared, man. I don't tell my story. What you mean, God? What you talking about? I felt him yanking on me. Like I said, he has his small, subtle ways. Videos on my YouTube pop up. You know what I'm saying? Synchronicities when I'm working. I deal with palettes and numbers and all that. 0000. It haunts me. 5555. It haunts me. 2222. Start looking up. If you guys are seeing these numbers, angels is reaching out to you. Come on, do this. Come on, man. Come on. We right here with you, and we got your back. Angel numbers. I dove deeper into spirituality. And one day he yanked on me. And I was like, all right, how you want me to do it? Then he slapped me. Do you really gotta ask that question? Look at your life, boy. Your life is a testimony. He slapped that out of me like, if you don't stop playing with me, boy, I've been training you for this moment. Everybody has their testimony. Everybody has their gifts. Everybody has their purpose. And you will not know it until you do the surgery. And I think that's going to be the title of this message, spiritual surgery. Because it only requires 4 things. I'm looking at them: to be patient, to be gentle, to be humble, and to be loving. Meditate on this, man. If you're torn in between, true, you want to give yourself to God, but this person, you don't know if this person's going to go, damn now. That means he ain't called him yet. Everybody gets this at their timing. God has a timing that is unlike no other. So, with that being said, this train is 2024. This train is rolling. And I really, really encourage everybody to do this surgery. To go to God in your own private time. If you don't, and some people, I forget, some people don't know how. And I always try myself not to give myself credit, not to speak it. But if I know someone knows something, I'm not gonna sit there and deprive anybody. There's gonna be some arrogance or ignorance. I mean, you think you will shut up. Your opinion doesn't matter. It doesn't. This is something God told me to do. I'm gonna do it. You shut up and you go in the dark where you belong. Um, if you don't know how to do it, pray on it. God will reveal everything through consistent prayer. He'll start to respond. It may take him a second because he wants to see if you really want it, and he's going to promote it. He's going to present it to you. He's going to present, what you want and what you really looking for. He's going to present it, and then you're going to have to be vigilant enough to see what you have to sacrifice to receive the offer. It's a surgery, y'all, but it's so worth it. Like, I mean, it is really worth it. So I'm gonna bring this message to an end. If you guys missed anything, Catherine, thank you for chiming in. I see you often. God bless you. I appreciate the support. I send my love and respect to you and your family. Prayers. You need any prayer? That's another thing I will be posting on all my platforms. You guys can touch either one if you guys have specific prayer requests. And I'm going to go down the line and do a prayer a day. I'm going to figure out a way of what's more exciting, what's more fun, but what's more effective. And we're going to take it from there, man. I love you guys. God bless you guys. You guys really stay prayed up. Really protect your energy. I can't stress that enough. This is something that's always stressed to me. If you're in a good state of mind, don't let no one else bring you out of it. I don't care if it's your mom, if it's your husband, if it's your children, if it's your boss. Don't let nobody penetrate. There's ways of being humble and patient, of dealing with those opposers, oppressors that come up to try to steal our joy. It's a way, trust me. Shun them with a. I'm cool. Stay away from me, please. I don't want to deal with you today. Oh, my mama. So that being said, God bless you guys. Bubba's and Bibles, if you missed it on live, it will be uploaded shortly to YouTube. Bubba's and Bibles BNB. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. It all means a lot to me. God bless you guys. Stay safe. I'm Bubba and I'm gone.